I asked ChatGPT, should Arsenal fire Mikel Arteta? And the response is quite outstanding. I'm Tyler out here for TK24 Sports. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe, and turn that notification on so you don't miss the show every time we upload. Go to 100 subscribers on its way. And you're really still watching at this moment, keep watching to the end so you hear the final results. And I'm shocked. You're going to be shocked by this. Okay. So I started out with ChatGPT and I was like, okay, cool. Should Arsenal fire Mikel Arteta? Because that's the news out there. It's the raging news. Arsenal fans up in their droves. Sports media personalities weighing in on this subject. Everyone from their cats, their dogs, their parrots, their pigs are all talking about Arsenal's failure to win a trophy in the last 3 seasons, finishing runners up in the last 3 seasons, no domestic trophies, getting knocked out of them in the early rounds, failing to get to the final of the Champions League this season, knocked out the quarterfinals last season. Should Arsenal sack Mikel Arteta? And the response was, no, it shouldn't. And here's why. It spoke about the steady progression that comes with Mikel Arteta. From the last 2 seasons, not this season, but the last 2 seasons, they have been the main contender to Manchester City. They have pushed Manchester City further, longer, harder than Liverpool did. That's crazy to say that. But it felt that under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal were down in the dumps post Arsene Wenger's era. Then Mikel Arteta's come in, kind of steadied the ship, and then progressed. And then it went on to talk about its philosophy when it comes to young players, so bending the likes of a Bukayo Saka, a Martin Ødegaard, a Gabriel, a William Saliba. That's helped Arsenal transform as to what they are in now. It also went on to say, even though Arsenal have not won a trophy, it would be stupid for Arsenal to fire Mikel Arteta. Then it went, let's play devil's advocate. This is the part. Let's play devil's advocate. For Arsenal fans who feel like the club is regressing and the ball will start feeling like no trophies in the last 3 seasons, finishing runners up all the time, coming close, not achieving its goals, causes cause for concern. Arsenal should start to look at replacing Mikel Arteta because if you're basing on success of winning trophies, then Mikel Arteta has failed. That's the part that got me. But the conclusion after all of that, from the point one and point two, it summarized it like this. No, Arsenal should not fire Mikel Arteta. The main reason is because Arsenal are progressing season after season after season. They are making strides to success. And that in itself will breed success along the way. When? No one knows. I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. The argument of always, well, Mikel Arteta has spent over 700 million. You know, he should have won a trophy by now. Oh, Mikel Arteta should have got the striker that we all say, and everyone is saying that he should have got, we would have had a league title by now. And everything is always, well, if. And you're okay, what if he does have it? Will it work? And no one knows that. But the argument that I've always had is this season coming up, the 25-26 season, should still be his last. We didn't all lose. He's been here long enough. He's taken the project as far as he can take it. But what I want to see is what's it like with a striker that Mikel Arteta wants, not what he needs. It's a big difference there. He wants Sesko. The club needs Gyökeres on paper because of the goals. But when I was thinking about that, when it comes to completing his squad, if we get Gyökeres, I don't think it's actually going to be a good signing. I really don't. He reminds me of Haaland, where Sesko reminds me of Isaac. And that's crazy to say, but it's true. I'm just looking at the build. I'm looking at the slenderness of them. I'm looking at the way they carry the ball, the way one can head the ball, one is kind of struggling to head the ball. And all the goals that Gyökeres scored in the league last year, or this season, should I say, Not one was a header. Considering Arsenal crossed the ball loads, not one goal that Gyökeres scored in Portugal was a header. Not one. Sesko has a mixture. Right foot, left foot, screamers, headers. His all-round play is actually better than Gyökeres. We sometimes get hyped up over the goals than the overall play. And I think this is what Mikel Arteta is looking for. It's the overall play rather than the goals. So that part's going to be interesting as to what he gets to complete this squad. And it could be, oh my goodness. If they get Gyökeres, Arsenal may not win the league. But if they get Sesko, they may have a better chance of winning the league. Now, that was just ChatGPT talking, the first part. The second part was just me talking about the striker part, completing Mikel Arteta's squad. Because that's the part where we're going to judge him on. Because he's only got his left wingers in, his right winger, which Saka was already here. He's built his midfield, he's built his defence, which is the best defence in the Premier League. It clearly is. And one thing I want to leave you with this. This is how well Mikel Arteta's done. Pep Guardiola only really and truly lost Rodri, and they plummeted. One player. Mikel Arteta lost a handful of players, nearly two hands full of players, and he still maintained Arsenal getting second. Now, I'm not saying second's a trophy. In the last couple of seasons, they only lost a handful of games. They drew a lot of games this season, which is, of course, not good enough. But when you look at the last two seasons and you look at what they have done, it's remarkable to still maintain second place, lose 4 league games, because they're going to beat Southampton, lose 4 league games, draw in 14, which is crazy. But going to next season, to get over the line, the margins are actually quite simple. You could lose 4 league games, you just can't draw 14. You draw 6 league games next season. Even if you minimize it to a 4-4, Arsenal win the league. Is it going to be as easy as said and done? No. Is our team going to be strengthened? Yes. People going crazy because Liverpool have so far all but confirmed 2 fullbacks that's coming in. One on the right, one on the left. Big deal. People are talking, oh, City's going to come back and do something magical next season. They're not. They're not. Spurs, Man United, sorry. Yeah, Spurs, Man United, oh, they're going to strengthen. No, they're not. People are saying Newcastle are better than Arsenal. If they are, why have they lost 10 games this season? They may have drawn fewer, but they've lost. Drawing and losing are two different things. You get frustrated with a draw, but you get upset with a loss. Big difference. So my conclusion is this: is ChatGPT right? Should we keep Mikel Arteta? Yeah, for one more season. And I state for one more season. I want to see what it's like when Mikel Arteta gets his striker, which I think is going to be Sesko, then Gyökeres. I just got this feeling everyone's screaming for Gyökeres because of the amount of goals he scored, but no one looks at the overall play of Sesko. And I think that's where Arsenal are going to end up getting. But all the talk is Gyökeres, but I think it's going to be Sesko. I'm Ty Knight for TK24 Sports. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments. Let's get going. Road to 100,000 subscribers. See you later.